have an itch on my forehead. Yes. What's up, guys? Bradley Overrated coming at you with something different today, and I'm doing this because well, let me explain myself. Here we have a Pro controller, my wife's Pro controller, that is starting to go out because after hundreds of hours playing Splatoon 2, Hyrule Warriors, so on and so forth, she needs a new controller, and rather than just going out and spending another $70 on another Pro controller, I have decided to, from the bottom of my heart, by the way, love you, wife, to give her my controller to use because for whatever reason, my controller is still good. And with that in mind, I decided, you know what, I need to go out and find a new controller, but I don't want to spend 70 bucks. So instead what I did was I ordered a bunch of controllers online, and I found one that is exceptionally good. I mean, whoo, baby, and I can't wait to show you it. So this right here is the PXN wireless controller for the Nintendo Switch. It is awesome. I mean, I'm blown away, like legitly blown away by just how good this controller is. So the PXN controller, guys, is pretty dang awesome. And let me just show you right now. Listen closely. You hear that? Maybe if I just... It's quiet. It's really quiet. It doesn't feel plasticky when you actually play it. Listen to this. These triggers right here, you see that? Sensitive. Just this little motion I'm doing right here will trigger it. If you're a Splatoon fan like I am, this controller is excellent. And the wireless motion controls work, so you're aiming like this like a crazy person. It is spot on. And I love that about it. And nothing feels plastic about it. These buttons don't feel, here, let's try this. These buttons right here don't feel plasticky. These don't feel plasticky at all. They have a good push in. None of these buttons right here in the middle feel cheap. The D-pad's really nice, actually. I have tried Yoshi's Woolly World with it, Kirby Star Allies, Splatoon 2, The Legend of Zelda. Now, I have tried a plethora of games, guys, and the PXN controller is just wonderful for each one of these games. And here's the best kicker about it. It is only $30. That is literally $40 difference because I know basic math, but it is only a $30 controller. So if you're looking for a cheap and affordable option, this puppy is awesome. And I will have a link down below on Amazon if you're interested in trying it out for yourself. And I will talk to you now about some of the cons. There's only 2 cons actually for this controller. And the first one is length. It's really hard to tell here, and I tried to hold up the Pro controller, but it didn't do it justice. But this bottom part right here is really long. When you hold it like this, and it feels a little bit longer than you're used to compared to like the Xbox One controller or the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. So it's not a big deal. You get used to it pretty quickly, but especially like when I don't know how to hold this. When I hold it right here, as you can see, there's a long reach for this thumb to be able to hit this right analog stick. And that's not that big of a deal once you get used to it, but it is something to be aware of. And then the biggest and the only real fault I have with this controller is syncing it. It syncs just fine once you figure out how to do it, and thankfully they include a manual for you. But I will tell you this right now, it works. You can charge this phone with any phone charger that is an Android charger. So no lightning cable or anything like that, just a standard Android phone charger. It will work for those. However, you cannot, and this is very important, you cannot play and use this controller while it is plugged into your Nintendo Switch dock. I don't know why that is, but I was never able to sync up and play any game at all if this is plugged into the Nintendo Switch. But as soon as I unplugged it, it synced immediately and I could play. So just bear that in mind. And then in terms of hours, I've played with this controller for 4 hours straight, and it didn't die on me then, so I'm assuming the charge is at least over 4 hours. I do not know what the maxes out at, but that's a pretty good charge. And like I said, since it works for any Android phone charger, which most people have just lying around their house, you can plug this controller into anywhere and it will still work for you. So guys, that concludes my review. Let's give this a score, and I'm not going to do letter grades, I'm going to do a number grade so you can know exactly how I feel about it. For 30 bucks, this controller for 30 bucks, guys, the PXN wireless controller gets a 9 out of 10. It is awesome. I mean, I am so impressed, and if you want to try it, like I said, I will have a link down below And I'm not being sponsored at all. This isn't me getting sponsored by this Japanese company or whatever. This is just me being an honest gamer trying to save you guys some money. If you're looking for a great, affordable option, this is it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I am Bradley Overrated, and if you're interested, be sure to subscribe to this channel because I have a lot more controllers to go over and review, and I want to keep you guys up to date about them. I'll see you on the next video. Out like a trout. Have a good one.